Well, hello chaps, I welcome you all to a new episode of The Rising Knight. Today, we are starting off with, well, Atazoth's journey to meet his guardian. Let's get right into it, shall we? The bus stops at a street I'm all too familiar with, myself being the only one to step off. For it being the third day I've been in that club, I'm still not quite used to this feeling yet. Doesn't exactly help that what I've got to come back to is whatever hell my guardian has in store for me. I can't fathom what he even needs. He almost never contacts me outside of our scheduled appointments. But hearing how pissed he was on the phone, I can only imagine the type of poo-poo I'm in for. I got no idea what triggers YouTube to not be nice, so I want to be careful, although I did say other stuff already. But eh. Eventually coming across an intersection, I turn down the road leading to the city. I pass by several streets, finally approaching the meeting spot, only to not notice him around at all. Shouldn't he already be here? If he's so insistent on me arriving at a certain time, then where the hell is he? I lean back on the concrete wall, spinning a silver coin on the tip of my index finger as I hear car after car pass on the bridge above. Every minute spent waiting feels like an eternity, until finally, a familiar sedan stops by a curb just down the road. Oh, that's an interesting way to use Dicey Case Sprite. It is changed, I feel like. I like it though. Very nice. My guardian, along with some women, step out of the back seat while the car remains idling. I don't recognize her, but it wouldn't surprise me if she happened to be just an escort of his. Right as he spots me, he spares no time walking straight over, leaving the woman accompanying him to lag behind. What happened to being short on time? If you only have an hour, then maybe you shouldn't. Ugh. What the hell was that? Don't you get impatient with me? Okay, nice effect. Why was it not used for anything else? This is a really cool effect. Like, my man, Spirit, you should have used it for more stuff. I hope I see it more. Takashi Kurogane, Guardian of Atazoth. Before I know it, my guardians both knocked the wind out of me and kicked me to the ground. I struggle to stand or even breathe properly for that matter, but I also know there is not much I can do to retaliate. You seem to have forgotten the situation you're in, kid. Don't tell me you've already gotten amnesia in the past month. It's bad enough that I have to take the time out of my day to come here. If I'm preoccupied with business, that should be none of your concern. What the hell are you even talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Do you even know the trouble I had to go through just to keep you here? Sagawa? He's not here because of what happened to him, is he? I can't give it any more thought as his hand grips my collar, pushing me further into the wall. I'll give you 1 minute to explain yourself. It was self-defense. I didn't have much of a choice. Self-defense? What the hell else would it be? Self-defense, my ass. What sort of harm could come from a couple of children? Huh? The principal already told me the whole situation, so there's no use in playing dumb. Just outside the school premises, you had an altercation with 3 other students your age and got into a fight. Whatever happened to keeping a low profile at school? They want another repeat of last year, huh? That's what he's referring to? But what about? If it didn't happen outside the school campus, you could have been expelled in an instant, you know that. You're lucky the principal was reasonable about the situation, gave you a second chance, even against what story your record might tell. Wait, record? I don't recall the principal ever bringing it up. He said my record was clear, so why wouldn't he? Even if what you did was within reason, there is no sense in taking such risks. You already had to transfer schools twice. One more expulsion and there won't be another school for you to go to. If you want any kind of independence, then may I suggest you start behaving in your own damn school first? You got that? Yeah. His glare lingers for a moment before the one behind him speaks up. You have 15 minutes until your appointment, Mr. Kurogane. I suggest you wrap things up soon. Right. I feel his grip on my collar loose and gave me the room to stand back on my 2 own feet. Once I'm able to regain control of my breathing, I look up to the woman accompanying him. You are... That's none of your concern. Understood. A bitch is what you are. Ignore her. Trust me, if she could be somewhere else, she'd be there in a heartbeat. I have to be on my way, but before I go, we have payment to discuss. I should have enough by the end of this week. There's nothing more to discuss. I should. I would choose your words more carefully, kid. You should know this position you're in by now. Just so very clear, you still have another 2 months before you can even consider yourself independent. And even then, how independent do you really think you'd be? You chose to be a part of this life, kid, all those years ago. We have never once forced our hands upon you. As such, you should have known what this reality entails. Independence is and always will be nothing more than a pipe dream. Be grateful that the bosses take a liking to you, considering your feats around the city. Because if it was up to me, I would have kicked you back to the curb a long time ago to live on the streets, just like the stray you are. It was a hassle trying to put you in that school. It took connections and some convincing just to prove you weren't a complete delinquent. If you're gonna throw it all away over some meaningless dispute you had with a couple of students, then maybe we should leave you to do your own thing and just see how long it takes for you to fuck it all up again. We've done our part, kid. You could at least have the decency to follow our instruction. Now then, if you're so confident you'll have what's due by the end of the week, then you'll have no problem tacking on another 40% as an apology for our troubles. 40%, but I can bump it to 50 if you still have the nerve to call back. I thought so. The payment will be expected on the same day, the 4th of November. If you're unable to meet the deadline, then there's plenty of dirty work we could assign you. That about wraps things up here. You ready? Of course. The two of them head back over to the car, but my guardian stops in its tracks. Now we have one more thing. Word on the streets as Sagawa went out and got himself killed in an alley. Not sure what could have happened, but I suggest you keep an eye out. It'd be a real shame if you got sloppy and went out in such a boring way as that. Might have forgotten, but all that we've done over these past years has been for your sake, Atazoth. Don't you ever forget that. Let's go. This is exciting. Ooh. I like that he really has no allies. All that they've done? For me? That's how they see it? Ungrateful. It's just 40%. If that's all it takes, then... Jacob, sorry. Sorry we took so long. Wait, where is everyone else? Oh, right. Atazoth actually stopped by to tell us he had to leave and the others left shortly after him. They weren't sure if you guys were coming back or not. I'm sorry. That's okay. Club hours are just about over anyway. I don't blame them. Jacob, what happened? Are you okay? Huh. Oh, right. Before I'm even able to get a word out about what happened, it would seem Monika's already taken quick notice of the bruise that now sits on my left temple. I haven't even gotten a look at it yet, but seeing how both the principal and Monika reacted, I can't even begin to imagine how big it is. Sarah stays quiet as I let Monika in on everything that's happened while we are gone. Temporarily, excluding what the principal told me about Atazoth. I see. Yeah, it took me by surprise too, but at least those girls won't be bothering her anymore. You could say it was quite the adventure for us. My sad attempt at humor fails to lift their spirits about this whole situation. Hopefully that wasn't completely in bad taste. Hopefully they don't seem to mind as I see Monika pull her into an embrace. Mere moments after, the silence in the room grows louder than ever, with an entire minute passing by before Monika speaks up. Sayori, if something like this ever happens again, don't ever hesitate to tell us, okay? She simply nods in response, soon breaking away from the embrace to rub her tears. Oh, I'm glad the two of you are alright. Girls like her can be pretty cruel after all. And Jacob, are you sure you don't need to see them in ours? Oh, come on, it ain't that bad. It's pretty bad, Jacob. Really? I take out my phone using it as a mirror to check my face. Oh, fuck. That's way bigger than I imagined it being. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt as much as you'd think. I've had way bigger bruises than this one anyway. This is nothing. Whatever you say, macho man. And the two girls soon begin laughing at my expense. Oh, so it's her joke that gets them laughing. Man, maybe I really do need to work on my sense of humor. He totally is. This is just a tiny little bruise, Sarah. This is nothing to someone like me. Huh? But it's... Sorry, I terribly boxed my own voice, repeating what I said earlier. As much as I like to get back at her, it's probably for the better that I let her have this victory. Considering what happened and all. Yeah. Ooh, it even reminds me of this one time when we were little. Oh? You see, Sayori goes on to describe in detail the time when I helped her retrieve back the frisbee she accidentally threw right into the branches of a tree. Man, they're really ripping into me, huh? Serves me right for climbing up the tree to get it for her, even if I did have to downplay how much it hurt falling out of it. All I can do is awkwardly sit back, occasionally laughing to keep the mood of the room in high spirits. This moment is soon interrupted by the sound of the clubroom door sliding open. Oh great, you guys are still here. May we help you? He looks around the room briefly before speaking up. The answers have already leave. Yeah, are you a friend of his? Not exactly. Actually, I came to apologize. Huh? For what? I overheard that my girl just got into some trouble again with some boy and a girl named Sarah, I think it was. Yeah, actually I did. What about it? Huh? So you're telling me it wasn't with Atazoth? No man, if you're talking about Akiko, then I was the one with her. Oh. Well, anyway, I just wanted to apologize to him for what I did, and to you guys, too, for what she did. I did something to him. Yeah, I just wanted to tell him that I overreacted. I just thought he hurt her, but it turned out Akiko kinda lied about some stuff, so... Could you pass that message on to him for me? You thought he hurt her? What do you mean? Sorry, but I have to go now. A couple of my friends are waiting outside, and I don't want to leave them hanging. So, bye. He was... something. Guess we'll just have to ask Atazoth about that, huh? You're right on that one. Oh, speaking of, the principal told us to tell you something about him. He did? Yeah, something along the lines of, he's a good kid, but he can act impulsive at times, so please keep an eye out on him for me. I'm not sure what he meant by that, to be honest. Same, Atazoth isn't the type of person to act impulsive at all. You know? Thinking back to the murder in the alley. Agreed. Did he maybe say anything else? Well, he mentioned Atazoth having a run-in with the same girl we did, but that he also wasn't in any trouble. If I had to take a guess, I'd say whatever that one guy came in here for just now may have something to do with what he told us. That'd explain why you would randomly come here to apologize. As much as I'd like to go prison further about it, he's likely already gone by now. He was also in a huge rush to leave. It almost didn't feel like a real apology at all. I got that feeling too. If he really wanted to apologize to Atazoth, then why bother telling us to pass the message on for him? Well, just have to ask the man himself. We'd like to know what really happened then, won't we? Yeah, you're right. I'll see if I can have a talk with him the next time I see him. For now though, I think it's about time we head home. It's close to dinner time and I'm starving after all that's happened today. Jacob, can we stop by the bakery again? I could really go for one of their brownies. Sorry, it's... You know what I could do. They were actually pretty good. You wanna come with us, Monika? As much as I'd love to, I can't. I have to be home in time to cook dinner and still need to stop by a store on my way. Oh man, then how about we pick you up something instead? Huh? You wouldn't mind? Not at all. I can drop it by our place later tonight if you want. That way it stays super fresh and good. Sorry, I really blurted that out, knowing full well I'm going to be the one paying for it all. As Monika considers Sayori's offer, she glances over at me, almost as if she's aware of that fact as well. I appreciate the offer, but maybe another time. There's stuff I've got going on next Friday, so maybe we could all go there together. I'm sure the others could use a nice break from all the testing too. Oh, that sounds great. As long as I'm not the one paying for everyone, I'm in. Sounds like a plan. Okay then, you two. See you next week. Both of us say our goodbyes to Monika before heading back into our corridors. A group hangout on Friday, huh? It's been a while since we've done anything like that. The walk back home from the bakery has been mostly uneventful. Just as I suspected, I ended up having to pay for not only the brownie, but 2 extra cinnamon buns that got Sayori's eyes just as we walked in. So far, only one of the cinnamon buns remains as she chowed down on the others before we left the bakery. She really can't control herself when it comes to sweets, huh? But you know, even if it isn't much, I noticed that doing something as small as that really cheers her up. Especially after finding out about her condition. Those bullies had to have known about it, right? I mean, why else would they target Sarah like that? Broken phone. They could have just seized the warranty. No, they must have known beforehand how forgiving a person she is. I'm willing to bet. That's why they... Jacob, is everything alright? You look upset. She says this having finished her bite first. It's oddly uncharacteristic of her. And though she isn't wrong, I laugh it off anyway to ease her worries about it. It's nothing, Sarah. I just think about how hard those exams are gonna be. My math teacher can be the worst. I got a lot of studying ahead of me. Math is a real hard subject for me too. But if you'd like, I can help you study. I don't see why not. Any help's better than none, really. My exam for that class isn't until Tuesday. Maybe we can ask the others if they'd like to join in too. The baker and a study session with the whole club in 1 week? That sounds like fun. Actually, they probably won't be available. We may have to ask. We may be able to ask Natsuki, but I'm pretty sure Monika and Yuri are going to be busy for most of the next week. Ah, you might be right. Well, there's no harm in asking them. We could even see when Atazoth's down. He seems pretty smart after all. Oh yeah, you're right. But wait, how would we get a hold of Atazoth? Good question. Guess we'll just have to find him. Then the third round of hide and seek is a go. Third round? What happened to the first two? They're able to find Natsuki, Atazoth was able to find Yuri, and now we have to find Atazoth. Oh, I get it. Third round of hide and seek it is then. Even if he isn't exactly going to be hiding per se. Sary's smile shines brighter than ever at my answer. I can't help but share a smile of my own. It's like what happened no more than an hour ago has already left her mind completely. The principal will take care of the rest. So as long as she doesn't feel burdened by it, I'm glad. I'm glad as well, Jacob. I am very glad as well. The night rises once more. Here you go, sir. Now more than a few minutes go by, and the waitress already arrived with the light salad I ordered. He sets it just in front of me before shooting me a puzzled expression. Are you sure that will be all for you today? Yes. Very well then. Enjoy your dinner, sir. The waiter leaves the table as soon as he arrived, heading back into the main building. I'm not spending any more here than I have to. There's only one thing Carol came for. Surveying the exterior, I spot a man at the far end corner, seated next to two women. His gaudy attire, coupled with a myriad of tattoos around his neck, confirm that he's just the guy I'm looking for. So, how's the dinner, ladies? It's like so good. I know, right? There's so many options here. It was like so hard to choose one. Well, eat as much as you like. It's all on me. He flaunts a wad of cash in the air, prompting the two women to scoot closer to him. That much money could easily put a dent into the extra 40% I owe this month. And yet here he is, waving it around like pocket change. How careless. It's as if he's wishing to have a target on his back. Doesn't exactly help him that his father was in charge of a massive drug operation either. It looks like he's got no other choice but to learn the hard way, huh? For the next half an hour, I slowly take bites out of my food, watching as the three of them converse over a number of trivial topics. Once they get up to leave, it will be only a matter of time before I can intercept them. Another 20 minutes go by, and by this point, I've just about finished up the entirety of my salad. They're still going on and on about such useless shit. I can't stand having to hear it all. After spotting my waiter close by, I signal him down for a bill right away. I look suspicious sitting here alone without something on my plate. I should just wait outside, just as I'm getting up to leave. I already mentioned the drug, causing me to turn back over my attention. I have a bunch back at my place if you ladies wanna keep this night going. As long as it's not like that cheap stuff. Yeah, I heard some people get really bad migraines from that. Oh, come on. When have I ever gotten cheap when you gotta sound like get the highest quality shit back at my place? I wouldn't settle for anything less than the absolute premium. For a son whose father died no more than a day ago, he really has no care in the world. I don't feel so bad about it this time then. I stand just outside awaiting the 306 exit from the restaurant. Not many of the street lights around it are lit, allowing myself the cover to slip into a jacket and pull a beanie over my head. Thankfully, due to his avid use of social media, it wasn't hard at all to track him down to his exact location. Not even that far from the house, I really get lucky with this find. For once, I feel prepared for the occasion, but even I know there's no getting used to this. Come December, it will all be over. There won't be any more debt to worry about. That's what I want to believe, at least. My place is just to walk away. There'll be no need to catch a train. They're on the move. Making sure to keep a distance of around 4 to 5 houses, I start to follow the trio. Their idle chit-chat makes it easy enough to simply keep them right within eyesight. They aren't able to hear my footsteps, nor would they have much of a reason to check behind them. They're walking in a pair of three after all. Sounds safe enough, especially with just a short walk they have ahead of them. After some time spent walking, however, it's hard to find an opportunity to strike. There's so many houses around that any commotion outside will surely catch their attention. I at least need to take out his two companions before anything else, but doing so will provoke him to immediately yell for help. It wouldn't be ideal now, would it? It will be better if I wait until we get to the house first. That way, there will be as little of a chance as possible that any passerby will witness anything. Well, if I remember correctly, there's a police station just nearby. One wrong move and they'll be here in an instant. That means I have no other choice but to act decisively once we get there. Nearly 10 whole minutes pass and I notice a cry. Car drive just past us. I wait until it fully clears the gap between us before ducking behind a bush. Huh? The sound of their footsteps slowly comes to a halt, the pattern of which leads me to suspect how the girls notice something, causing the group to stop as well. What you stop for? Huh? There's some homeless guy over there. Peeking through a gap in the leaves, I notice the one she's pointing attention to is some dude sitting across, and just there from where I am. She must have seen within the reflection of the car's rear windshield, just as I suspected one of them too. A homeless guy? Ew. I thought they said I would have, higher standards. Why is someone like him doing here? That's a bit harsh, ain't it? Huh, like it matters. It wasn't me they spotted, so why do I care? There's no need to waste your attention on girls. We're only a minute away. Now come on, let's go. I wait for a moment, allowing them to gain some amount of distance before resuming the pursuit. The guy said the house was only a minute away. Looks like I'm going with that plan after all. Well, we'll leave Atazoth's hopefully only robbery for next time. I hope you lads enjoyed the episode. Press like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.